Well, excuse me, take a few minutes to mellow out. We got the kings on the mic and I. Well, excuse me, take a few minutes to pop mellow.
Hey, welcome to the Three Thirds podcast. Tonight, sadly, the second third is out. So tonight it's just me and the third. I am Z on the Euphoria. To my right.
I'm the one that they call next to me.
All right, so tonight we are going to start off this podcast with confessions of a perfect gentleman. I'm gonna tell you what. So Nate, explain to us what confessions of a perfect gentleman is about.
Well, what that is about is literally just my thoughts to the world. The way I see it.
Oh no, that might not be good.
No, that's very good. Because I say what other people think.
No, I'm about to have a heart attack because I know some of the stuff you're about to say will be crazy.
No.
All right, so we always talk about cigars, thousands, spurs. Our song for the day was selected by the third. What are you tonight? You nasty, Nate? You what are you? What need of you tonight?
I'm always nasty. As always.
Okay, but you just nasty because you was intellectual, Nate, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm sophisticated.
Oh, sophisticated, Nate. That's what was the glasses on. No sophisticated, Nate tonight. I don't know if that's a good thing, but all right.
That was good.
I'm
Sophisticated.
sophisticated and nasty. That's a combination. Important.
Thank you.
What was I saying? So, all right. Tonight, Nate chose a song. Nate, what song? It was a song that's supposed to exemplify him.
Big Daddy Kane smooth out.
Oh, so you smooth, sophisticated, nasty Nate.
A lot of type.
That is the AKA. You know what I'm saying? Depending. Put in your glasses, sophisticated.
Unfortunately, they're all true.
I concur. So tonight, we're each going to be smoking a different cigar, but the bottle of choice we have tonight is
Benchmark number 8. Listen, this is a bargain bottle, but because it's a bargain bottle, don't mean that it's not good. So we all gonna take a shot of this, and we're gonna tell each other what we think about it.
yes, we are going to. We hope that you will like and subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, share it. If you are on Facebook, please share it. We are live with you every Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. in one way or another, IG, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you follow us. We would greatly appreciate it. And share it. We have a live studio audience as always. On the cigar front, I am going to be smoking La Aroma, De Cuba, El Jefe. This is a lot of cigar. So I'm going to go ahead and cut mine and light it. Nate, what are you smoking tonight?
Smoking to leave a small batch. It's hard to get, but when you find one, you found a gem.
I tell you, you could have found them. You know what I'm saying? Gone with the wind. So, I'm going to spark up. I know Nate is going to spark. Oh, Dad, you just going to pour. You can go sip. I don't get nothing. It's the dry. It's dry. I guess I got the, legs, no legs. You might have said it. You did. You did. All right. So we're going to start smoking. I'm going to tell y'all. Take a look at this wrap. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm going to tell you. Put my hand out. You know how they do it when they're doing the video. So you can see it clear. You know what I'm saying? I can make a difference. It don't. But the cellophane on this is very dark. I purchased this cigar because you always got to give a nod to our cigar lounge and our cigar shop around town. I purchased this from where we affectionately call Reed Street, but it is not burning tobacco. They are a cigar shop. They do not have a lounge, but you are allowed to sit out front and smoke. Make sure you support them. They always show love, and they are always for your first responders and really looking out for your military and all the cigar smokers for that matter. So, how'd you get this one, Nate?
I gave you shit. It's pretty good. Like the first, prime draw was the only people who carried these. So more than likely, that's where they got it.
I mean, they had it. Wow.
But it was gifted to me, and I'm gonna smoke it today in honor of the podcast because I love you like you love me.
Oh, I do. Lord have mercy. How y'all doing this evening? We always want to give some good nods to the people watching. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you. Corey Chan. What was the last one? Corbin. Corey Chan, Corbin. Thank you for watching. All three of y'all. Chris Riley, Usher Wagner. Thank y'all. Share. So, Confessions of a Perfect Gentleman. We wrote Nate into this. So I'm gonna tell you what. I was listening to the radio. I can't remember what's the channel that say good morning. Is that good? That's how they be like good morning in the morning. So look, I was listening. I'm gonna tell y'all. Our producer back there is making me laugh. Always giving a nod to Asian and pipe strips. So
It's like them pipes.
Lord have mercy. So they did this letter this week, and I really want to know what Nate thinks about this. So the letter went. The girl wrote it. She's married, right? So her and her husband was going through some drama. In the midst of all the drama, the mother passed, but also the husband got another woman pregnant. Right? That's a lot, right? Got the other woman pregnant, then the mother passes. So some kind of way they're no longer in the house. So the ashes of the mother comes to the house, and the wife throws the ashes away. Threw them in the trash. Her and the husband reconciled. So she took the dirt from a vacuum cleaner bag and put it in the urn. Put it in the urn to pass it off to the mother. And now they reconciled. They're back together. He thinks mama, whatever was in the dust buster, his mama in the can, in the urn. And they now have custody and are taking care of the baby from the other woman. This a lot, right? So she wanted to know, should she tell him? What? Nate, what you think?
That's a lot to unpack. That's a whole lot to unpack. I mean, but when you want to ask me if she should tell him or not, the answer is fuck no. Take that shit with you to your grave.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you ever tell that man that shit.
They did the same brain me through my actions.
The results are not going to be good. They're not going to be coached. You won't have a problem. However, there's just so much more to unpack with this. Like the question is, do she tell him or not? If you want to be safe, don't tell him.
Yeah, because he okay.
What the fuck are you talking about? You tell him. However, at the same time, I'm thinking, she's mad because of what he did. She want revenge, so she threw his mother ashes away. You scandalous bitch, nigga.
Excuse these.
I wouldn't want to have shit to do with this shit, dude. You can't trust this shit. If she would do fucking that, she'll do anything. Anytime she get mad at you, she will do some upright fucking repugnant shit. You can't trust this shit. So she want to maintain what she worked on and what he worked on. Your best bet is shut the fuck up.
Well, you getting it raw from the Perfect Gentleman. I have to agree. Like, first of all, damn, throw somebody's mother in the trash. Yo, how mad? I mean, I'm laughing, but like, right, how mad do you have to be for the box to come and you be like, I'm throwing it in the trash can? Like, what, and the whole thing was he really loved his mother. Him and his mother was really close, so he was real hurt. So the other piece of it was that she also said that he keeps bringing up he wants to spread the mother's ashes. So she keep like trying to get him to back down, saying you should do it on the 20th anniversary of death. Well, David, y'all might be dead by then. Why would you wait till the 20th anniversary of death? And will it make it any less the dust buster? Like,
if she can convince him to make it on the 20th year of her death, she done bought herself 20 years.
She come up with some.
I don't know what might happen between them and them. I mean, I got a cousin that didn't get auntie's ashes, throw some in there by then. Who knows what's going to be? If that's the case, she bought herself 20 years.
Yeah.
And see, I know too much. I know too much. My brain is too big. See, when you get the earn, actually, it don't even come in the earn, it comes in the bag. You got to put it in. But there's no ashes in that bag. When they cremate you, everything burns except your bones. So afterwards, they grind your bones up and they put them in a bag that they call ashes. They're not ashes. They're their bones. So it's like
you know this name, but go ahead. We don't even want to know. We don't want to know. That's the story for nothing. Go ahead.
I was a fire marshal for a very long time. I inspected a lot of places. One of them was a crematorium. And they explained it to you.
Oh, wow.
Like when you cremate a fat person, you can't cremate them at the same person.
The same temperature's there. That be burned higher.
No. You're talking about people that's 500-600 pounds. That type.
Oh, dang.
Because the fat melted. It set the oven on fire. Oh, that's fucked up. That is so fucked up. That is fucked up.
Well, we got somebody who said, Adrian said, absolutely do not tell her because he is going to unalive her. She said she is so wrong. Cassie Troy, Corey Chad, Corbin said, you talking about days of our lives, and that's a lot. I'm telling you, I agree. Like, he is going to unalive her.
Don't tell.
And then what's so bad is y'all have reconciled. Like, you reconcile everything good. First of all, I don't understand how everything is good. I don't know if I'm a mature person, but I don't know if I have the maturity to be cheated on. Not only are you cheating, but now you got another woman pregnant. And then we get back together and we take care of this other child. I think women are more apt to take that on than a man is. Like, would a man take that on? If your wife cheated on you and then got pregnant and you got to be there with the 9 months of pregnancy and then y'all to take care of the baby?
I look at shit different. I'm different too. She on me. Just don't tell me.
She get pregnant.
As long as I don't know, it ain't my problem. It's your problem.
So you gonna think it's your baby?
No, now. However, babies like herpes. So when you bring them bitches home, you keep them forever. You know what I mean? You should like luggage. You get pregnant by another motherfucker, and now you gotta explain some shit. You ain't just cheating no more. You just bought a family home, and I gotta watch this little motherfucker run around the house, and I feed him and shit, this cable gangster, and I gotta feed him. Now I have to wait for Dexter St. Jock to come over on Saturday and shit and pick his kid up and shit. What am I supposed to say to this nigga? What's up, yo? I wish the fuck I would. Fuck out my house. Take you in and meeting out of here.
Well, you know what? That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't think I could do it. I mean, first of all, I just wouldn't throw man mother away. That's just like what kind of cold-blooded boy you got to be. Savage ain't even a word. You got to be sinister to throw somebody's mother, like for the baby to come and you be like, got you, I bet, and just shake out in the trash can. That's serious.
There's a man this season shit. She didn't do anything that the average woman wouldn't do.
No.
Most women women,
No.
when they hurt, they want revenge.
No, I'm not gonna throw you. No,
Watson, would
No.
you do that? I mean,
no,
would you throw somebody's mother in the trash can? That's
no.
bad?
I'm not gonna throw
Yo,
your
that's-
moms in the
that's
trash.
Savage. That is bad.
I may sit out on the back porch, but I ain't gonna sit.
Aisha said she might sit out on the back porch, but she ain't gonna throw her away. Let her get
No.
Hell no fury in a woman's form. That's a saying for a reason. They didn't make that shit up.
But no, I'm not
This
gonna
boy-
throw nobody's
this all-
mom in
now,
the trash.
I mean, now listen, right? I'm not saying what you did is cool. Listen, not only was you cheating, you fucking raw. Shit got pregnant, and you brought a baby in. That's a lot for her to unpack. I get it. However, you fucking mean son of a bitch, yo, you gonna throw his mama away
Ooh,
in the garbage there with Pepsi bottles, the Hennessy bottles, the Patron bottles, you just gonna throw away.
yeah, Dee
That-
saying, let mother get some fresh air.
Come on, man. You put in a trash can with chicken wings,
That means she ain't never like her.
come on.
For those who are just coming on, tonight we're doing the Confessions of a Perfect Gentleman, which is Nate, our third. He's giving his outlook on some different things going on in the world. I told him about a letter that we heard on a radio show. Young lady, married, husband cheats, gets a woman pregnant. In the interim, his mother passes. They go there, they break up for a little bit. Mother ashes come to the house, and she throws the mother's ashes away in the trash can. And then when they got back together, she trying to fix it. So she took the dust from the vacuum cleaner, put it in the bag so it can go in the urn. And she want to know, should she tell him that she threw his mother away? Like, how do you even tell somebody that? You know what, baby? I gotta tell you something. You know them ashes in the urn? That's not your mother. Like,
You don't tell me.
I mean, I know it looked like your mother,
No,
but you
don't.
remember when you had cheated on me, and you know I was mad, and you know I made a mistake and threw your mother away. Like what?
It's not a mistake. You didn't make a mistake to throw my mother away. That's
Yeah.
not a mistake.
That was intentional.
You did that.
What you gonna go to the devil and look for?
You did that to be vengeful. And I mean, you're like, I don't want to deal with anybody. If you got that type of hate in your heart, man, keep that shit to yourself. I don't mind nothing to do with it.
But she probably thinking to herself, I know it's a lot, but I want to do something that will hurt you as extreme as if I'm a faithful wife. And I'm not saying that I agree, but in her mind, she's probably thinking, if I'm a faithful wife and I have done nothing to go against this marriage or to disrespect you or the sanctity of our marriage, and you go cheat on me, but not just cheat, but you get another woman pregnant, I mean, that's a hard blow.
No, let's rewind it. Let's rewind it. You can assume that she's a pillar in her marriage.
Try to say that you would.
We don't know. You could have been a raging bitch running around the house. You could have hated coming in the house. She might not say that.
Ooh,
We don't know.
You want a little graphic there?
We don't know what this chick did.
Yes, she broke on Felicia.
She may not have done it. We don't know what this man had to endure living with this woman. He may have had no choice but to go spread his fruits. We don't know.
BS. Cheating is not acceptable. I don't know why people do that. If you want to go cheat, why don't you just leave the woman, leave the relationship, and go do what you want to go do?
I don't look at it as cheating.
Why would you divide because in America?
Just hiring an outside contractor. It's not cheating.
You have to take outside.
I don't want to paint my house. I don't want to cut my grass, so I hire someone to cut my grass.
I don't even.
I don't want to cut my grass. I don't like doing it.
But
So
why?
I hire somebody to cut my grass.
But why?
Because the people I got living in my house won't do it.
But isn't that conversation to be had like before the marriage? Like, you know?
Oh, everybody lied before the marriage.
No. If your woman isn't performing, a whole other thing. Like if your woman or your man, like there's a great question and a great question to the audience. If your significant other, we're not talking about in dating because that's different. We talk about in marriage. If they are not performing sexually to the standard that meets yours, how do you handle it? Like, is your first option to cheat? Do you have a conversation? And is it easy to have a conversation? Because the truth is, it may be easier for a man to tell a woman, but as a woman, I'm gonna tell you first of all, because I'm just straightforward. But most people, the way you approach that conversation to a man to tell him he's not satisfying you is not exactly the easiest conversation to have because ego and bravado lends to it not being well received. Like, how would you respond if your woman comes tells you, your wife tells you you're not sexually satisfied?
Try. Tell me it's about let me hear.
You want me to tell you 55 husband? Like, hey. I was like, last night it was something. It was something. I got these little, I would go a different route, like, I've been having these little fantasies, about little things that I want to do. So I'm like,
What do you want to do?
I want you to just come in and take it. Well, I want you to come in. I want you to take it, and I want to have at least a 15-minute session. At least, not instead of 5 or 6.
15 minutes.
Instead of 5 or 6. I mean, 15 sound good when I'm only getting 5.
15 minutes.
But we getting older. With foreplay and that's good. That's good.
Championship back 12 3-minute rounds. We talking about 35 minutes. And these niggas train. You want me to give an hour?
But we fight, ain't fighting. Anybody say you ain't the only one to go to work? You act like we in there all close. I mean, we putting in some work there. But I mean, what's wrong? What is the appropriate time?
See, that's easy to say when you just landed. You ain't niggas doing this for 50 years and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
But what if, first of all, you go in there and keep but
An hour?
I can say I
We've been doing it for 50 years.
yeah, but what if, who said you would be the only person doing the work? Foreplay plus your action plus me getting something in equal out 45 minutes to 45 to 60 minutes. So why you marinate on that? Dee says you have a conversation with your mate. Sometimes uncomfortable conversations are needed to bring change and understanding. I agree. They're not always in the moment. They might be mad.
No,
But
that would be nice.
you okay? You be like, take these 3 minutes and be quiet.
No. Excuse me, son. Why? Let see what you say. You can get a boyfriend.
Oh, I can get a boyfriend, and we married. But we gonna stay in marriage.
I didn't say that.
We can go be married for.
Tomato, tomato.
All right, tonight we're doing Confessions of a Perfect Gentleman. So I'm gonna say this, Nate. First, let's speak on this libation that we got right here in front of us.
Well, it's not a lot of effect. Bourbon whiskey is young. It's not the worst I've ever had. However, it's not the best, but it is definitely not the worst. I mean, I wouldn't celebrate with this shit, but however,
Either get the job done.
no, they didn't get the job done. They sent you to the moon. They didn't get the job done, and don't get me wrong, and it's not horrible. Not like that shit we tasted last week.
Oh,
No, ain't nothing like that. It's definitely better than that. Not like that. But it
but it's not the new whip. It ain't the whip.
No, it's not. There's no far. It's far from good.
She says that the benchmark. Yes, ma'am. And the fact that you know that bottle through the screen is a whole other situation in itself. Didi.
What alcoholic said that?
Yeah, Didi said that. I ain't gonna say I say she. We ain't gonna call her alcohol. We gonna say she well versed in libations. So I'm gonna tell you what. I'm smoking La Roma de Cuba. I'm not even 1/3 in. I love La Roma de Cuba. There are several of them. I actually, the El Jefe, I never have smoked. It's a larger gauge cigar for me. I usually stay in the Toro, just a little bit up, like Toro Grande, not quite a 660, but about a 58. But it's a little bit much for me. It's about 60. Yeah, maybe because of the way it's wrapped. But I usually don't smoke larger gauge cigars. I prefer smaller ring gauges because there's more flavor. You can taste the wrapper, less filler. So I usually trend in that direction. Robusto is my favorite and perfect Vitola. For me, once I finish about a Robusto smoke, I don't even want any more of the cigar. So it just doesn't benefit me to smoke anything but that. And I like Lannister and Petite Coronas. They're kind of in that lane. I'm enjoying this. This is very smooth. I'll give you more once I get through the first third. But I'm enjoying it. Now, this benchmark is a little rough for me. I mean, yeah, it's a little rough on my palate. I'm not a big whiskey. I think I'm not a big whiskey drinker because I do drink whiskey. Be quiet, me. Look at how he set up in his chair. I do drink whiskey, but you can definitely tell it's young. You can tell on the color, but you can tell on the taste. I mean, what you smoking over there?
I'm going to leave a small batch, exclusively prime grill cigars. It's a box press. It is a 60 ring gauge box press that you don't see too many enough. The draw is good. The flavor is good. I mean, it is a little. The ring gauge is significantly
He tries to get a good way.
different than what I usually purchase.
It's a little larger than what you like to use in your mouth.
Whoa.
Put it in your mouth, Nate. Put it in your mouth.
You know what?
It's one of your favorite songs.
You know what? You're not smoking.
You gotta smoke that. But I'm gonna tell you what, that cigar was made exclusively for Atlantic cigar. So, I want to definitely give them that nod. Don't leave a small batches. There was some AJ small batches, quite a few small batch cigars that were made exclusively for them. Through the Connect, I was able to have them and was carrying them here in Baltimore City. Wonderful cigar. Somebody said in your mouth. Glizzy. In your mouth. Adrian, look, Didi said glizzy, and Adrian said in your mouth. So.
It's all right, but I don't like either one.
Oh, dang. That's cold blood.
I hope y'all both get diarrhea
In traffic.
in traffic.
So, another one for the perfect gentleman. I heard another letter last week. This week or last week. There was a young man, and he has a sister, right? This sister met one of his college buddies. Now they're older, they're out of college. She got in touch with one of his college buddies. They met up, they ended up starting to date. And now the friend of the brother proposed to the sister. Proposed. So you would think that would be great. But what he says is, should I tell my sister that me and him slept together in college? Jeez. That's tough for you.
Actually, I don't think that's a tough one though. To me, the answer is simple. This is your sister. This is your baby. She about to marry the dude that's not telling her the whole 411 about him. She need to know that.
But it's like 3 years later. How do you wait the length of courting to get to the point of marriage? Because he said it was like 2.5, 3 years. They really kind of got into it now and they engaged. But how do you allow, you slept with this man, which means he's bi or curious. Now he confronted the friend and said, "You need to tell her." He said, "It's the past, leave it in the past."
Look, if my woman is bi, despite whether I'm cool with it or not, and in case anybody's wondering, I'm perfectly okay with that. That's all right. Matter of fact, I'm perfect.
Nate is crazy.
However, if that's something I would want to know. So not saying that it's going to hold any weight within the relationship, but that's something that I should know. I should know that.
But is it different from a woman to a man? Like, is it different for a man to have slept with a man to the woman? Or is it, when a woman sleeps with a woman, it's a little more socially acceptable? So is it different to the partner?
I mean, women do little shit like that to each other all the time. Y'all do shit that two dudes ain't gonna do.
Oh, hold on, buddy. Hold.
Listen, let me explain.
Hold up, buddy. Please clarify.
Let me explain. Let me finish. Women have a breakup. You call your girlfriend, y'all come over and lay in bed and eat ice cream together and watch movies and dog and shit.
I'm laying in bed.
Just fucking, they got the shirt on and their titties look good. The girl will walk up to them and grab your girl, look at your titties. Girl, them jeans is popping, grab that. Niggas don't do that.
You don't be like, boy, I'm skinny.
Them skinny jeans, no, we don't do that. So no.
Would you be like, yo, get your shit back in?
Nigga, the shirt is right there. We don't do that. That's what I'm saying. So women get away with shit, they do shit that men just don't do. So no, this nigga was in college getting his back door kicked in. You don't need to tell a sister about this shit. Listen. I know this you do. However, y'all need to have a conversation. Because he's not telling you.
But why he ain't telling in the beginning when is it any less impactful that he has slept with the friend when she first started dating him? Why he ain't say nothing when?
I mean, who knows how far it's going to go? It may not have been worth saying anything.
But you sleeping with a man who was on a deal.
Hey, it's between them. I myself think that need to be that should like court of law. They need to be in discovery. I need to know that.
Yeah, and it really should have been told when he first started dating. But I'm gonna tell you what, it would definitely create a rift between me and my brother. Because you should have told me. You should have told me from the beginning. Yeah, you should have told me when you first seen I was dating this dude. Not let me fall in love. And now we engage, and now you want to say something. And so some people on the radio say it comes across as if he a little jealous. Because he might still like the dude.
That shit don't even matter now. I mean, really, system.
So do you be quiet? What if it comes out later? Because if you are quiet, you don't say nothing, it come out later. It's ugly. But if you say it now and they engage, it's ugly. So like, how do you really handle it?
You know, I can't really say because I myself have never been in a situation that extreme. I've never been in one that extreme.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. When you look at relationships as a whole, how impactful is cheating in a relationship? Like, does cheating break up a marriage anymore? Does cheating break up someone you're dating that you've been in a long-term relationship? Is it so impactful now in the current day as it was back in the day?
Honestly, it depends on how I feel. Either I want to. I said, with all honesty, it depends on how I feel about the person and about the situation. Either I would still want to be with the person, or I don't. If I still want to be with her, whether she cheated or not, I'm going to be with her. If I don't want to be with her, then I won't. It depends on how I feel. I can't say that is a definite no-go or you cheated on me, I'm out. But I might be madly in love with this woman. And it might hurt me more to get rid of it than to keep it. I'm going to do what's best for me, despite what anybody else thinks. I'm going to do what's best for me. So if I still want to be with it, that's exactly what's going to happen. Until I decide I don't want to be with it.
So does it make you, this word that they're using in relation to men who are accepting of things, does it make you a simp?
That makes me me. That should make me me. When I go home at night, there's only two people there, me and her. The internet's not a real place. So the internet don't hold no judgment on what I do, what I think, how I act. The internet isn't real. And I'm not going to make it. But there's people out there that make it real. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But when I go home, I'm happy. And that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's been. And that's the way it's always been.
So does it make a difference? And just so you know, Lena said, preach. She said, people be playing in your face. And he said, it really depends on what your deal breakers are. And I agree with that. So does it make the difference if that cheating that is done is public or private?
Cheating.
Yeah. Well, in some people's view is, if it's just between us and I know you cheated, and it's between me, you, and the other person you cheated with, that is it as impactful as it being broadcasted to everybody, and they were brazen and bold with being out in the world with this other person and blatantly cheating on you to the point where the people who are around you are aware even before you're aware that she's been cheating on you. Does that like have an impact?
To me, it would. Because once again, it's about me. How do I feel? Do I like her? Do I love her? Do I still want to be with her? It's about me. Yo, the only person I'm concerned with is me. I'm not concerned with anyone else. The only person I'm thinking about is me. And the only person I'm going to protect and make happy is me. So it could have been out in the world. It depends on how I feel. If I feel that it was so disrespectful I can't get over it, then I'm going to lose. But if it's some shit that I can move past, don't even worry about it. And if motherfuckers come to me and tell me, yo, I don't fuck yo, she cheating on me, mind your business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. We ain't even answering that question. You do what you do, I do what I do. Because when I go home, nigga, you ain't there, you don't make no decisions in life.
And you really never know the depth of the relationship. Lena said, cheating is cheating. She said, but yes, she feels like doing it publicly makes it worse. So I can understand that from at a level because, you know, you already cheating. And it's disrespectful in itself. But Dad, you don't have to go out into the world in front of everybody else and do it and be doing it to where other people know and I'm not aware. And I'm walking around looking crazy and I really love you. So it plays into your consideration for some people on whether you're going to continue in a relationship. Because now I have to walk around this world. And some people feel that way. I mean, I don't necessarily feel that way, but some people feel like now I got to walk around this world. If like the cigar lounge, for example, if we both are in the cigar lounge and then you sleep with somebody else in the cigar lounge and it's at the lounge that we go to frequently. Now when I walk in my lounge, my home lounge, I feel some type of way because you didn't put it all out there that you cheating with somebody that was sitting right in my face the whole time. That can be very hurtful to people to make them reconsider whether or not they'll move forward in a relationship.
Yeah, as I said, it goes back to that person. Either they can deal with it or they can't.
That's it.
If they can't, that's your exit. This is your cue. This is your exit right here. Exit number 2A. This is your exit. Get off. If you can't deal with it, move the fuck on.
And for me, it would be about.
It depends on the person. It depends on the person and how I feel about it.
And for me, it would be about the disrespect period. Not that everybody knows, because if I love you and I'm giving you my 100% to this relationship, and I'm showing you all due respect in your position in a relationship, and you go and you sleep with somebody else, that's an issue for me in itself Even though I know for men say it's a little different. They like, oh, that was just a, piece of tail. I don't have no emotion associated to it. That's why I say for me, I can understand how people would feel like I don't want to then have to walk on eggshells, and every time I come into my lounge, I feel like it's whispered. Some people feel that way. They do.
You got that guap 3000? I might hold on to it for a minute. You know, Ted Smash. I know it, but I ain't worried about Ted Smash, and I'm worried about me. Depends on how I feel. Might not be ready to let that go yet. Depends on how I feel.
It is hard, and I think it's a different occurrence if you've been dating for 3 months as opposed to you've been dating for 6 years. So you've been dealing with the person for 20 years, and there's more invested in the length of time that you may be in a relationship. And everybody has a different purview, but you really may be more invested. Y'all might have homes together, businesses together. When you start talking about that breakup, it ain't as simple as we ain't got no more. You have children. You have, there's a lot of things to consider when it's a marriage. We're not talking about you dating. When it's a marriage, it's a lot more. And sometimes it'll make you hang on longer than you should. You'll stay in it, and then 10 years later be like, what the hell I've been doing for the last 10 years? I should have been gone.
It's depending on how that person feels. I think it's wrong to judge someone on the actions that they chose based on how they feel. This is how that person feels. This person was doing that, she cheated on him, and he's not ready to let it go. What's so wrong? The only person that's going to deal with it is him.
Now,
who am I to judge what this man decides to do and how he's going to do it? I can't judge what he wants to do.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to judge. It's just the way people deal with it. It's so many different lanes. But does it, I guess, when you look at it, does it make the difference if it's male as opposed to female? Because when a man cheats, you hear a lot of men say, oh, she ain't mean nothing. Like Jay said, I was going to get right back. Is it more socially acceptable that men are going to go cheat as opposed to a woman? Because I hear a lot of men say, oh, no, if she went and slept with this guy, it's because she was emotionally invested with this guy, as opposed to men saying, I have no emotional connection, so it just was a piece of the table.
It all depends. All depends.
Well, for yourself.
So she cheated and said that she come to me and said, well, it didn't mean on the time I'm right. It ain't me. How would I feel?
Yeah.
You feel how I felt about her?
Would you believe that? I mean, I feel like women can do that these days. I think this is not the old days where a woman is emotionally connected. I think she could go get hers and it not be nothing.
It matters if I accept that shit. I mean, it depends on how I feel about it. Like, I really might not like it that much. And if I don't like it that much,
but if we talking about you married to her, she's your wife.
I didn't like my life.
Me, it's free.
I didn't. I was allergic to that shit. Yo, I literally had a rash because I was allergic to my wife.
She's your wife.
I was allergic to that shit, man. She was itching like a motherfucker.
Sure was something else there.
I think that's what the doctor asked me. Yo, this motherfucker, yo, real shit. Real shit. I'm not making this shit up. Yo, I had a rash everywhere. Just look at it and say, "Have you been camping?" No, I don't go camping. Camping don't make sense. What do you like? You done yard work? Yard work? I don't like going outside. No. You sit back in his chair and tell me about your home. So I got to tell him how fucked up the shit was, and then you sit back. Actually, you sit up. That's your problem. Your wife is the problem. Listen, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Old Jews do. My man. This is what you need to do. You need to go find yourself a woman that's married. She can't be single. If she's single, she's gonna want you to leave your wife and be with her. You can't do that. Yes, she. So she got to be married, so she has much to lose as you. So y'all meet up once or twice a week at the hotel, do what y'all got to do, y'all go your separate ways. This is what you got.
That's what your doctor told you?
What? Wrote this shit on the script.
Cheat on your wife?
Did he?
That is crazy.
Did he?
That's for you, Alina, who said,
That's why I love him to this day.
I'm sure you do. That's the perfect doctor for perfect gentleman. I'm going to tell you what. Alina says, when men cheat, it's okay with some men. When women cheat, she's called everything except the child of God. You do see that happen.
Bullshit.
I'm not saying for everybody, but you do see it happen.
When a man cheats, the women get behind him and treat him like shit. They sure they don't think it's breaking.
Oh, and another foot, just eat it.
The dudes don't always do that. So the boys gonna pull up and like, hey, tripping. Get your shit tight. Tripping. That's not necessarily true. Don't. That's not the same.
Well, she's speaking from her own experience. I've seen that happen. I mean, it's so many different ways it can go. And I have seen, the man really be loving this woman. And because he's really loving this woman, when she cheats, he has been vulnerable with her. He has been all of those things. And so when he cheats, he be 2 steps from killing. I mean, we have seen men kill women because she cheated. I mean, but we've also seen women go to back for it as well. So, I mean, it can go both ways. It can really go both ways. So, when it comes to dating, now we're talking about, I'm 46. I'll be 47 at this month. You're my same age. You graduated the same year. Cut it out. Graduated the same year. So, at 46, because we talked about cheating, we talked about marriage, dating at this age, how is dating in your 40s?
So, it's difficult. It's difficult. And let me explain to you why it's difficult. It's difficult because, women hit their sexual prime actively. So women in their, mid-30s to mid-50s, in your prime, then they're sexually horny and shit. Chicks keep coming at you with all types of shit. It's nuts. But at the same time, they're still emotional. So one week they're a porn star. You know what I mean? They want to shoot videos and do all types of shit on the balcony, backflips. And then you go over there a couple days later and they want to talk. I mean, let's talk. How do you feel about it? I feel about you. What are we talking about? Last week you swinging all the shit in. That's what I came here for. I didn't come here to talk. I came here to do what you did last week.
So is the way you begin the way you end?
I think you need to maintain the way you start. I think you need to maintain that shit.
I agree with that. I feel like the way you met me, and people evolve, but the things you were doing to get the person, the dream that you sold is the dream you should maintain. And if you're not going to maintain the dream, then you need to be able to communicate that you don't have the capability of maintaining the dream. Don't get me all set. That's like men who come out the box spending money. You going everywhere, they spending money. Buy you $300 worth of cigars. You hit me in my heart with that. You buy me $300 worth of cigars. We out, we doing all of these things. And don't get me wrong, I do want to be courted because I feel like courting is no longer a prominent thing in people call it dating, but dating is just multiple people you're going out. Courting is dating with a purpose. That's with the intention for marriage.
Yeah, I ain't never doing that.
Yeah, well, we know that. But I want to be courted because I'm a wife. No question. I know I'm a wife. And you get to that point where you make a decision for yourself, whether marriage is even something you see in your future. And some people are very good with not ever wanting to be married, but they do want to know who they dealing with. If you're telling me all we are is sex, then let it be that. Because I hear a lot of men say, and that's why I hear a lot of men say, well, I told the woman what it was in the beginning, and she agreed to it, but now she want to change it. She want to be in a relationship. But the truth is, men do it as well. There are women who say, all I want is sex. And then the man turn around and he want more.
No, show me where these women at. Are they in your contacts? Is this your phone?
Look, we got somebody in the audience raising their hand. So at your age in 40s, we have a live studio audience for those who aren't aware. In the audience, at your age at 40, why is it that you're just in a pocket where intimacy is the only thing you're really wanting at this time?
I don't want to be intimate. We just.
Oh, you just want to have sex.
That's it.
I'm sorry, that's two different lanes.
Right.
So why is sex the only thing you're wanting?
It's spoken like a true G.
Because nowadays there's too much going on. There's too many lies, and everybody have somebody. So let's keep it 100. Let's tell me what's going on. Then I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna do what I want to do with you.
I feel like people take your decision away.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing you can do to somebody. Don't take my decision away. If you knew you never wanted to be with me.
From studio lawyer.
Yeah, I enjoy the answer. I feel like if you never wanted to be with me beyond sex, just fit it out, because the truth is most women might be like, oh, that's all I want from you anyway. So I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It's about communication.
Mm-hmm.
It is. The communication is everything. And why bring your representative? Why? Why not just bring yourself?
You know, the representative is a false narrative.
Yeah.
People show you who they think that you want to see. Like, I myself don't have a representative.
We don't.
You won't get me from day one. Look. Can it be both? Like,
No.
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 Yeah. Penis.
Can I say what?
No.
I had.
That don't sound as good, right?
Look, you got wood. You got a vacuum. What's up? It makes sense. Let's do this.
But if you're honest, I'm with it. If you honest, just don't sell me on you wanna be in a relationship with me when you knew all you wanted is sex, and then some men go on this year-long tirade with the bull, and then a year later they're like, I don't want to do this. Sir, you done tried to meet my kids and all of that when all you knew you wanted was sex.
Yeah.
When we could have took care of that back at the door if you would have just said, all I want is sex. Because the truth is, when a woman sees a man, she know in the first hot 5 seconds whether he can get it or not.
You know what? Let me unpack that for a minute. Let me unpack that. I believe that. You know, it's not. I'm gonna say it's not men that pursue women; it's women that pursue men. Because we can't have sex unless y'all like us, right? So that's the decision y'all made prior to us doing anything, right? However, there is a certain stigma for people that do that. So I can say I can walk up to a woman and say, look, this is what it is. What's up? You with it or not? She may want to do it, but just because that's the way it was presented to her, she's going to say no. Therefore, this is where the representative comes into it. This is where you meet the representative. that's going to say the right things and do the right things that I think that they think you want to hear. They think, and they're doing what they think you want to hear, and they doing what you think they want to do. However, it's not what they want. Because they don't want to believe it. If they just come to you and tell you what it is, they're not going to get it.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I
I
think,
think it depends on the guy.
yeah. And the thing is, your delivery does make a difference. You can't come to me and be like, let me get that, you can't do that. But if we in
You
our
just proved my point.
no, but
You just
it's
said it. You just proved my point.
I'm saying you can't say it exactly like that.
Why not?
But you can come to a woman and say, because it comes off a little disrespectful to some women. Sometimes you got a little alcohol in you, that's how I want you to give it to you. Just shoot it to me straight. But what you can comment to say is, look, I find you attractive. I think you're a sexy woman. And I want to.
That statement right
That's
there.
not necessarily representative.
You're
That's a
asking for
mature
the
way.
representative. You're
No.
asking for the representative.
But it's a mature way of handling it because you can come to me and say, as an adult, we're not in our 20s. You can come as an adult and have more vocabulary than I want to fuck. Excuse my language. You can have better vocabulary than that.
Was so vulgar.
This from, I can't.
So are you serious? Is that what we're getting right now?
What you can do,
Said that. One head.
and the truth is, half the time you don't even have to tell me that because our contact, the body language, the energy, we already know what time it is. A lot of words don't really have to be said, except for yeah.
That sounds good, bro.
All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, and I'm picking up my bag going out the door.
Experience.
Not me personally, but
Experience tells us different. That sounds good. That sounds great. That sounds good. That sounds great. But experience tells us different.
well, Corey Chad said, just grab him by the cat like Trump.
And
we
somebody block him. Did he really say that shit?
And then we got
Somebody block him.
And then we got Dee who said some people don't want to deal with the drama and just scratch the sex itch. I agree. Sometimes you don't want all of. You can see that it's bull on something. You like, come on. And see, that's what turned you off. A woman may say yes straight out the gate until you come with the BS that I can see on you. Come on, man. You ain't trying to love on me. I already know you. I know I can see you coming. But I do find you attractive. So I'm grown. And the truth is, I'm not mad. There are a lot of women out there who are very sexually liberated. They don't care. And I don't feel like they should be judged. And I feel like there is a double standard with men and women. But the truth is, at this age, you should be able to do whatever you want. It's yours. You can give it to whoever you want to give it to. All I'm going to say is be safe with it. Protect yourself.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, and my thing is, and women shouldn't be looked down upon because they choose to be sexually liberated. The same way you can give yours away, because you can have 800 bodies and the chick got 8, and they be like, she for the streets. She for the, then she for the streets.
No,
but I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of y'all dudes that's for the streets for sure.
I'd rather, I prefer a sporting woman. I don't want that nice chick. No, leave that hoe. I want that. That's who I want. I want the chick swinging from the chandelier. That's who I want.
Well, some of the quietest women.
Man, fuck that. My feeling things ain't safe. That's what I want.
Look, some of the quietest women be the ones off the chain.
That's right. They the ones I want. I don't want you salad eating, water drinking chicks. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want you liquor drinking, cursing, swearing, cigar smoking. Let's fuck in the park. They the chicks I'm looking for. That's what I want.
Well, you like what you like. So does it, when we talk about different type of women, is there a preference? And I know it's a preference for everybody, but for men, that old stigma of skinny women and models are beautiful. Do you, because they're talking a lot on the internet right now about the food, but you got people putting comments up about men don't like this, a woman that got a little food. So what is your take on body type?
Well, let's ask the studio audience a question for the culture. Question for the culture. What can a skinny woman do for you?
Not a thing.
Not a goddamn thing. Get that skinny bitch away from the
First of all, any women need
Size zero
they
ass
make
the
no
fuck out
woman to
here.
be loved too.
Yeah.
No, man. I mean, you know, it's like
Little
listen, I'm
booty.
not even-
Little booties matter.
Yeah, low booties matter.
I'll dig it though. It is, but I mean, my preference. I like body. I like body. When I smack that ass, I want to see that shit way back. I want to see the ripples.
You want a woman to look like a woman.
Yeah, I want that shit look like.
I mean, a thin woman can look like. So is it about the body?
Yeah.
Is it about the body or is it about her sex appeal? How much does sex appeal play into it?
I say a whole lot.
It does. It matters.
A whole
Because
lot.
for a woman,
I mean, it's some women that's curvy.
yeah, they carry themselves a certain way and it's just
Mhm.
sexy the way they carry themselves. I feel like that with men. I feel like it's something about a
Mhm.
dominant, self-assured man who does not need to, who's not loud and boisterous, that walk in the room and shake the room.
But
And
I-
every woman be like, woo, he could get it.
we
you
know,
know,
we know what.
Yeah, we know a person that is so super chill,
Yes.
but it's something about the energy that he gives off that shows you that he is confident in who he is. He knows who he is. He's comfortable with it. When he walk in the room, he don't need to come with the, all the labels and the brands. He could come in sweats and could probably knock down everything in the room. I mean, and it's like, woo! And what's so crazy is those type of men don't have to be what you consider to be fine. Sometimes those men are just average looking men. That's why you see, what dudes be like, look at them clown dudes, or look at this dude, this ugly dude, he got a woman, because the way he carry himself speaks, and really what it is his masculinity speaks to my femininity. Right? That his masculinity speaks to it makes the feminine in me jump out. It makes you melt down and be like, okay, what you need? Even like, oh, don't touch that. Let me get your food. You hungry? You want to play? I'm gonna order you something. That's in relationship period. Because the truth is, that whole conversation about masculinity in men, and masculine and feminine are not gender specific. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy. Everybody. Masculine energy is leadership. It is, it's strength of character. It's provisional. It's providing, where a woman's feminine energy is nurturing and loving. And a man can be like that too. He's like that with his kids. He's nurturing. He's loving. He's exuding feminine energy.
No.
Oh Lord, why not? Nate?
No. If a man is nurturing and loving to his kids, he is being a man to his kids. So I'm curious, what feminine energy do a man put up that you find attractive?
I feel like when a man is comforting, when he's considerate, when he's compassionate, all of those things are not typical of a very, very overly masculine man who function in his bravado. Because the ability to cry, the ability to be vulnerable with your woman, it means you're in touch with your feminine side. That's not a negative thing. If you're in a relationship with a woman and you can't be vulnerable with her, then there always is going to come the question mark of how far can this relationship go? Because if you're not going to be vulnerable and honest with the things that hurt you the most in your deepest, darkest moments, then what are we here for?
I hope that is feminine energy from them. If I have a woman, I should be compassionate. I should be caring. I should be all of those things. But that doesn't make it feminine energy. That's actually over masculine energy. Because I got to be comfortable with myself to be able to do that. I think that's over masculine. I still look at that as feminine energy.
So why do they consider it masculine energy when a woman's a boss, when she's the leader, when she takes control of the room and she handles her business? Why is that? Because they say that a lot of you hear that a lot, and I'm not saying all men say that, because women say that about other women, that they're functioning in their masculine and what causes that is, and I heard this statement that I thought was so on point. It said, a woman who's functioning in her masculine energy is a direct result of being consistently let down. So she's a single mother, the father's not there. She's taking care of home, this person's not there. And that whole word of strength. So I feel like that masculine for a woman and the word strength goes hand in hand. Because I don't like the word strength. I feel like when you say, oh, you a strong woman, that strength is bred through adversity. And when you say I'm strong, what you're telling me is you don't feel I need any help. When the truth is, I'm a woman first. And I still have emotions and feelings and everything like a woman. So even though I'm a strong woman, it's because I have to be, not because I necessarily want to be.
I mean, I agree with you to most of the extent. Women had to take a role that they were forced to take. They're a single mother, so they had to take whatever roles that they had to take. They had to be boss. However, I think when a man says that, she acts like a man, there's a reason I'm saying that she acts like a man. I don't want to come home to another dude. I'm not trying to come home and be debating about who am I before.
We ain't got to debate.
We see that's see the problem is, I think that since women had to take a stronger stance in life, especially our women, and it's through years of oppression, segregation. I mean, it's through years of a lot of different things. I'm not going to say it's one specific thing, but it is what it is. But sometimes these chicks need to know when to shut the fuck up. And they don't. And they don't. They don't. You just want to come and talk crazy to you. Oh, I'm a boss. I got my own business. I can do this. I ain't got to do that. No. I'm not dealing with that.
So is that in the same? Is that in the same token? Like men say women need to be quiet. Is it in the same token as women say men need to listen?
I'm not saying women need to be quiet. If you're my woman, by all means, I want to hear everything that you got to say. I want to know how you feel. I want to know what you're thinking. I may not agree with it. And I'm going to tell you I don't agree with it. But I still want to know.
So is it hard sometimes for men to listen?
Listen all the time. I don't have a problem with listening.
I think, from my experience, sometimes I think it's hard for a man to listen. Sometimes it's tone, and I can understand it. If somebody made a comment to me and they said, if you're upset about something, what you need to do is get yourself together so that when you come talk to me, how you being upset doesn't trigger me.
But you know what? You can't necessarily say that. You can say that with anyone. You can say that with anyone, man or woman. I can tell. I can tell this man right here. I don't like what he did, but I can tell him two different ways. I can come at him and say, "Nigga, you a bitch ass nigga doing that bullshit, you bitch," or I can say, "Yo, my man, you killing me." What? Yo, my man, you're killing me over here. Yo, the approach is different. You can say what you want. It's about how you say it. And it transcends with whether it's a man or a woman. You have to approach the situation correctly. And what I think is that the situations they don't approach it correctly. I'm a boss bitch. I'm gonna do this. I ain't gotta listen. No, you're not gonna talk to me that way. Period. You're not gonna talk to me that way. Because if you talk to me that way, I'm not gonna respond to you.
Yeah, it's like your
So no matter whatever you're saying, I'm not hearing it. It's going over here. Now we Bloods and Crips in here. And who want to come home to gang violence every day? No one. Except Tupac and his mother. These motherfuckers moved from Baltimore to Oakland for a better life. Who does that?
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of a rash decision.
But then, who wants to come home to that every day? I don't want to come home arguing with my woman every day. I don't want to have that.
I think it has to be argument, but I do kind of feel like if I'm upset because of something you may have done, then I can't take it and make it so sugary that you don't understand how serious upset I am. I can't be like, you know, Ray, you upset me today. You're not going to receive that the same way as while still being respectful that I say, I am very upset at what you did today. Saying it in a stern voice so you understand what you did was very hurtful. But if I make it overly sugary, it's not going to be received on a level of understanding. And I think a lot of people don't really listen to understand. They listen to respond, and they hear you to respond. So they hear the noise. It's just like hearing a sound, like a dog. A dog don't know that means sit. You just trained them to sit. Hell, if you tell the dog sit, you push their hind legs down, and you give them a treat. They just know the audible sound of sit now means to sit because you was giving me a prize and I was doing it. So I ain't really doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it for the prize. You know, and I think that's part of the problem. I think we condition one another in the beginning with that representative by selling people on a dream. And then when that person becomes used to the behaviors that you exhibit in the beginning, and now you lock down or you marry, now you want to change the narrative. And that's not really fair to either party to want to change the narrative. You was giving that man sex every day, 2-3 times a day. And then when y'all get married, you ain't trying to give him none. You're going to have a problem. That's a definite problem. Same way with a woman. If that man come and he paying bills and he's providing for you and he's, considerate and he's compassionate and he's nurturing. And then when y'all get married, all that's out the window. He at the club 2-3 times a week. That's not going to be acceptable. Everybody changes. And somebody made a statement that said, when you get married, you are really committing to marrying 7 to 10 different people.
What?
Because you evolve. The person, if I'm married at 25, at 30, 32, I'm not the same person. That's why people renew their vows, because you're recommitting to the person that they are now. Because you're going to grow, you're going to mature, you're going to evolve, and you hope to do that together. But you're not the same person at 25 that you are at 45. It's no way. There's a level of maturity that you hope comes with that progression in the relationship. So you have to, if one person is staying the same and the other person is growing and evolving, that's where relationships fall apart. Can you agree with that? I mean, you were married.
Yeah, this shit is horrible. My marriage is a black marriage. Then we should talk about that thing was horrible. Are you serious?
But if y'all would have grown and evolved together and the communication from you to her would have been received, would it work?
One, my wife was crazy.
Well, you crazy, so I mean.
Well, she was crazy to me. Two, she wasn't married.
She wasn't married to you?
No, she was not married.
Who was she married to?
Her parents.
Oh.
She was never married to me. She was married to her parents.
And that's all.
This is why I said my situation should not be exempt, because it's not an exemplary situation. It's an exemplary situation of 1,000 ways to fail. Now, if you want to talk about how to fail in marriage, I got you.
Like that's what people want.
I can tell you everything not to do.
That's people want. I'm gonna go into this marriage. We're gonna fail at this the best we
I can tell
can.
you everything not to do. I cannot tell you how to succeed because I did not succeed. But I can tell you 1,000 ways to fail.
I think you're not really evolving or growing if you haven't failed along the way somewhere. I think nobody is going to enter in it. I mean, you're putting two personalities together. Like it's difficult. When marriage is work, you have to put in the work, not just on the marriage, but on yourself as an individual. I've been married. My ex-husband, he'll tell you, he says, I think you were ready for marriage. I wasn't. But the idea I had, yeah, and it took a lot of years for him to get to that. But he said, I didn't want you to go be with anybody else because I knew what type of woman you were. He said, so instead of rolling the dice and saying, hey, let me just stay in a relationship as dating, we're together in a committed relationship, and let it evolve and be honest with you and say, at this moment, I'm not ready for marriage. Because I wasn't pressing the issue. And if you choose to move on because I'm not ready, if it comes back around and it comes back around, instead of taking that approach, the approach was, I don't want to see you be with nobody else, so I'm just going to marry you, but I'm really not ready for it. So I really sold you a dream. And the person that's on the other side of that, who is really committed to the marriage, is the one who takes the hurt. And hurt people end up hurting people. So after you leave that relationship, it comes with a lot of question mark. Now the next person you meet, now you harder on that person. You make them go through more. You make them do more to prove to you, when the truth is that's not really fair. But your life experiences teach you, okay, the choices I made back then may not be the choices I need to make now. So where I might have been easier and more accepting of some things, now I'm not. In the dating pool in your 40s is very different. Everybody has a kid. Okay, everybody got children. Damn near in your 40s and 50s. Everybody got kids, so you already know they come with kids, right? Maybe one or two people don't, but at 40, you better not come in my face talking about no damn kids, because I'm out. Kids is a young man's game. I'm not doing it. I had a person at 42, well, damn near 40, late 30s, who was like, I want to have a baby.
Shit.
Sir.
Fuck.
Or I had somebody that I know now who said, hey, would you consider having another child? It's a no for me. Like, I've raised my children. My children are old enough to have children. I could be a grandparent. I ain't about to be raising no child alongside my grandkid.
Man, fuck them kids. Oh, shit. Fuck them kids. Ungrateful son of bitches. Let me tell you, I love them kids. I really love them. I love my kids to death. But fuck them kids.
Kids are different these days.
Nah, man, them money hungry guy. You know what? I tell you what. Every teenager should talk to somebody in their 40s so they can see how we feel about them kids. Yeah. That'll drive Trojan stock through the roof. We all need to buy that shit.
So I think that's true. I think, so is it different dating when you're raising children than it is when you're an empty nester?
Yeah, I don't need a babysitter. I ain't got a big mom to babysit. I can just hit the streets.
But is it different from men and women? Like men who have children that are living with the mothers, as opposed to a woman who has the children in a home who's trying to date or trying to have a mate.
I never had that. I always had my kids. I've always been a single father.
Yeah, so as a single father, you go through the same thing as single mother.
Same thing. I've always had my kids.
And it's difficult.
7 o'clock on Sunday. I know we watching the game, but I got to dip. I gotta go pick these little niggas up. I mean, it is what it is. I've always been a single parent. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it's hard because as a single parent, you don't want to bring multiple men around your kids. You don't want to do that, but the time that you really have to invest into relationship is different. And that whole thing of wait till the kids go to sleep and then he's sliding in or she's sliding in, and it's like, hey, you got to be gone before my babies wake up. And then what happens when your babies wake up early? You sneaking, you in the room, like hide in the bathroom, you doing all of this extra stuff so your kids don't see, but you really can't be free to openly date. And the truth is, if you're sexually liberated, you don't have, as a single parent, that ability to say, oh, I got a lineup and I just want to dabble with my lineup, because the potential of your kids seeing multiple people becomes a difficult thing. But when you're an empty nester, hell, you can do whatever you want to.
I was a horrible parent.
Oh, you was
Because my kids ain't know who was making breakfast in the morning. It might be anybody in that kitchen. Hell, it could have been anybody who ever stayed over last night. The Oasis, those that know what I'm talking about.
But does that affect your children?
I don't know.
You don't talk to them about it?
They never said anything.
I mean, do kids, because when people come into your kids' life, sometimes they get attached.
Whoa, you didn't say anybody about coming into their life. I just said they don't know who's going to make them breakfast that. Alex, did you say thank you to Miss Keisha?
And then tomorrow is Miss Susie or Miss what?
Did you say hi to Miss Nikki?
They look like, what is Miss Nikki?
Yeah,
Look, they kid. They were like, all right, you making us pancakes, we good.
Pancakes, so she good with us.
I think your kids can take some of that stuff on. It can build narcissists out of kids.
Ooh.
I think it can build narcissists out of kids.
If I've been raising psychopaths,
Probably.
Probably.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
I think you can alter your kids' perception.
3 uncontrollable niggas.
Yeah. And see, you got stuff.
I got 2 daughters.
Yeah. And see, is it different? If your
Oh.
daughter bring home 6 different dudes, is it less acceptable than if your son bring home 6 different chicks?
That's how old we talking?
We talking about teenage years. We talking about when they dating.
She can't bring home no dudes.
So how old does she have to be to bring a dude on?
My daughter's a lesbian. She never brought a dude.
Well, how old does she have to bring a woman on? How old does she have to be? Oh, somebody say in her own house.
She brought a chick home with like Lil Wayne and shit. She brought a couple chicks home. All of them look the same.
Like you?
No, they all either look like Lil Wayne and Manny Fresh.
No, she got a type.
Yeah, apparently the hot boys.
You know, that's a good question. Does type play into your dating?
Me?
Like, what makes a difference in dating? The body type or the personality?
I don't have a type. My type is female.
Oh, damn. It don't matter as long as you're a woman.
I'm saying I don't have a type. Like I don't have a preference. Like if you ask me, I would tell you I like the bigger chick. However, that's not going to stop me from meeting anybody. I don't have a preference.
I think when I was younger, I had a preference. I think I liked a certain type of guy. I love it. What was crazy was I was married to a dark-skinned skinny guys. I've always liked a skinny guy. And I was married to a dark-skinned skinny guy, but I always ended up with like light-skinned ball players, like light-skinned tone. But it wasn't really my preference. Now that I'm older and you mature, I don't have my preference isn't what he looks like. It's his personality and the characteristics he exudes. I think that's more of my preference and my consideration in my 40s.
See, once again, I think it depends on my motive. It depends on
How could you only have one motive?
No, see, it's not. It depends on my motive and what I plan to do. You know, I mean, it depends. It depends on how I meet her. You know, did I meet her at work? If I met her at work, you know, we had conversations. You know, I meet a different person. Did I meet her in the street? I mean, it depends on how I met her and what the motive is.
Yeah, I think for me, first at this place I'm in life, do I want to meet someone? Yes. Am I going out to chase someone? No. Are the men different? Some are. You still have, real men out there who believe in chivalry and believe in all of that. And I love those type of men. And then you have the men who want you to take care of them. And we're not doing it. I'm not taking care of no grown man. I'm not paying your bills. I'm not, because there's a difference between submission and subservience. And I'm not being your servant. And not when I pay my own bills, I take care of all of that. Now, would I love for a man to be able to come in and help? Would I be in a relationship and help that man equally? Yes. But is it going to be one-sided to where I'm just taking care and paying bills and doing all that for a man? No. Because then I don't feel like you're a man. Yeah. I don't, and to be honest with you, I don't feel like a man who's dating a woman should be paying her bills when you're just dating. That's not really your job. It's not your job to pay her bills because y'all dating. I mean, a lot of women come with prerequisites. Oh no, honey, he gotta have a car, he gotta have a Maybach and all of this, but you don't have that yourself. You ride a bus. But you want to ask somebody you want somebody that got a Maybach and got all their money. You gotta get as well as you get.
I mean, I think it depends on what package she signed up for. You know, there's different packages. You know, there's the girlfriend package. And then there's the smash and dash package. It depends on what package she signed up for. Depends on, you know, how much attention she gets.
So the smash and dash package
It's just that.
Just that.
Yeah, the smash and dash package. So there's no PDA. There's no kissing.
Hey, let's.
No, I want to smash and dash package.
So how long can you sleep with a woman before emotions become involved? I mean, I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, if you're sleeping with a woman and you've been sleeping, it's the difference between I sleep with her every couple months. That's what it is. But if you're regularly sleeping with a woman that you're not committed to, how long? Or when a woman sleeps with a man she's not committed to, how long can you sleep with this man before it becomes you have some level of feelings?
If she's on the smash and dash package, that's all it is. There's a reason she's on the smash and dash package.
What's the prerequisite? Why is she on the smash and dash package?
She doesn't exude characteristics that I would like to be in a relationship with.
But you say you never want to be in a relationship. So why do she got to? So you want her to exude the characteristic to be in a relationship, but you ain't never going to be in a relationship with her? That's a bull.
Not someone that's on the smash and dash package. Look, whether I choose to be in a relationship or not, you know, I never go into any situation with the expectation that it's going to be a relationship. So when I meet anyone, any and everyone start out on the smash and dash package. Now, I'm not saying that it can't grow to more than that. It can. It can, and I'm not close to it. But I don't meet anyone. Like, you know what? I bet you she make a good wife. The fuck?
So she gotta come. Smash and dash is level 1.
Level 1. Entry level. That's an entry level position. And everyone starts at the same position.
But a lot of men say
you will build your success just like everyone else has built their success from the ground up.
Oh my gosh. So, but a lot of men say that if I put this woman into an only sex role, she'll never leave. I'm compartmentalizing her there. I can never see her as then being my woman because if she's in a smash and dash package, that means the potential is she's sleeping with other men as well.
She may be.
So,
If she's sleeping with other men, yo, honestly, real shit, that I do this gonna sound crazy. That's her business. Who else she is sleeping with is none of my business. That's her business. I'm worried about one man in the situation, me. That's the only man that counts. That's the only man is me. Whatever else she is doing, it's not my business. It's not my problem.
okay. I can't say that I'm not saying I disagree with that, but the way I function, I believe in energy. So I feel like if I'm sleeping with you, which I don't do casual sex anyway, I've never had a one night stand.
What?
Well, excuse me, some people are people that have never had a one night stand.
How's that possible?
I've never had a one night stand.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you
I'm
serious?
serious. It usually ends up that if I get to the point of sleeping with somebody, we end up being more. We don't. I've never just met a dude, had sex, and then never talked to him again. Is that? I mean, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong with that at all.
But I have a lot of precursors and past things that lend to why I don't do that.
By the way, I've never had a one night stand.
She said bullshit. Real life,
never
I've never had a one night stand.
Me neither.
You told me that's bullshit.
Fuck you.
I have never had a one night stand. And
Yo, one problem with that is that nigga name is Two. The fuck, yo, nigga, you a grown ass. You know what?
my thing is, and understand, and I don't want to get too deep and make it morbid, make it, but I come from a history of sexual abuse. I come from a history of trauma. So because I come from a history of trauma, giving myself to someone is different for me than other people.
I understand.
So having a one night stand with somebody would make me feel, it would send me backwards. It would make me feel like that person took something from me that I could never get back again. So it's different for me. So I've never had a one night stand for that reason, because when you come from those type of traumatic experiences, you didn't really have a choice in those experiences at a young age. So the one thing you want to have as you get older is the right to choose and the right to say no to any given situation. So I just can't see myself meeting someone that I don't know and sleeping with them and never seeing them again. It makes me feel low.
I tell you
So
what, I'm gonna say 90% of my relationships.
you say you love all your bitches. Oh, you was saying bullshit to him too. It's bullshit because he love all of them. Somebody called you out, they said he loved all the
Let
women.
me finish my statement. Now I'm gonna deal with you. I'm gonna deal with you. I'm gonna deal with that next lesson. 90% of my relationships started with a one night stand. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. You're talking about people sending adults want to do what they want to do. If it grows more than that, then it grows more than that. But I don't need anyone to be like, you know what? I think she's a good girl. You don't know her.
All right, now let's deal with what you said.
Fuck you. Please.
You said you lying. Every woman that you smash, you love. Is that right, Jim? He said, yes, that's right. You love all of them.
To the head.
So, but hey, so you do the smash and dash package, but at what point does that stop being smash and dash? Because if you're spending quality time or you're allowing them to be in your presence for an extended amount of time, is it still smash and dash?
No, we stopped being smash and dash. I decided to stop being smash and dash. When I decide that we're gonna spend some time together, I like her, I'm gonna spend more time with her, then that's what the fuck it is.
But it's not relationship.
No, but everyone starts out on the smash and dash package. You know what? I'm even going to go say that. They go as far as me. You telling me you in the mall or the market? I know we old and shit. We don't go to the mall anymore. We in the market.
Mhm.
You in the market. A guy approach you. The first thing you think is, I think you'd be a good boyfriend. You don't know the motherfucker. You're attracted to him. That's it. He's starting out on a smash and dance package.
Well, just because I'm attracted to him doesn't necessarily mean that I am gonna have sex with him.
No, it doesn't. It does not. However, that's the beginnings of the smash and dance package.
But you're smashing,
You
smash
trying
and
to-
dance mean all you want to do is smash and go.
In the beginning, yeah.
But when I meet a man, my first, don't get me wrong, when I meet him, I know whether he can get it or not. It doesn't mean I'm gonna give it to him, but I know at first I'm not messing with a dude that I don't believe he get it. That I think is attractive enough for me to say, oh yeah, he could get it. That don't mean I'm gonna necessarily give it to him. And it definitely doesn't mean there are gonna be, well, for some people, emotions are not involved. For me, I'm a relationship girl. So, I mean, shit, I've been single for quite some time. I think I've dated 2 people since maybe October of 2021.
Way too much.
Right? And I'm saying that to say that I feel like being single or taking time in between relationships or your interaction with people is very healthy.
I believe that.
If people jump from relationship to relationship and they bring their baggage
I
with
don't
them.
disagree with you at all.
So
At all.
how long is long enough to go from one smash and dash to the next? Or can you be having multiple smash and dash packages all at the same time?
Depends on how much sleep I get.
Come on. I feel like, I don't know, I think everybody to each their own. I think at this age in my life, I would like to settle down. And I won't even say I would like to settle down. I would like to have a man that I can spend time with, go out with, date, have a good time, laugh with no pretense.
But how do you find dude? The only way to find that dude is to meet multiple men and interview these niggas. You gotta interview them. You gotta get these boys a work interview. I mean, that's the only way to find that.
True, but it happens a lot.
Because you meet their representative.
I don't want a representative. We too old for you to be bringing a representative to the table. How about 1047? If you don't come to the table with who you are, then don't come to the table at all. We too old. You should be, everybody got, excuse my language, everybody got shit with them. Everybody got shit with them. It's just the level of shit that you willing to put up with. So the truth is, if you just come to the table and tell me who you are, I may be accepting of that person because you was honest. Instead of you coming to the table with your representative, bullshitting me, and then later I have no respect for you, and I can never have any love or affection for you if I don't respect you. Because for me, they go hand in hand. I'm not getting, because if I don't respect you, I'm gonna talk to you any kind of way. I'm gonna treat you any kind of way. So it's not gonna work. And you're gonna be like you talking to me any kind of way, and you're gonna feel like less of a man. You're gonna say I'm emasculating you. When if you would have just been honest from the gate, you wouldn't have that problem. So why lie? Well, we know you come with your full, you don't have a representative.
Yeah, it's all disclosure.
And guess what? There are a lot of women who want some nasty men.
Oh.
But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's a lot of people who want this, and the people ask, what do they see in this mother? Guess what they see? Because you keep it a buck. You honest. Yeah, they see somebody in the audience say they see nastiness.
You know what? Fuck you, man. Fuck all of them. You know what?
And that's the truth. We onlookers, so we're gonna put you on the file. We onlookers, and there are a lot of women who come to talk to you.
You know what, buddy? Real shit. I want to do the same thing.
You wonder why they want to talk to you too?
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Man? Serious?
But Diddy said facts.
You don't know what is wrong.
Come on it.
I'm dysfunctional as fuck.
But guess what's funny? I have heard you tell women I'm dysfunctional as fuck. So like, if you come to deal with me, I'm dysfunctional. My marriage sucks. I'm never getting married again, and there's no guarantee we're gonna be in a relationship either. But we grown, so if you want to hang out and chill, then that's cool. And the women be like, sure.
I'm not gonna say that hasn't happened. I'm not gonna say that hasn't happened. Yeah, I don't know.
It hasn't happened. It happens a lot. Like, we watch this scene. We watch the women, and then I've even been in a situation to where a woman openly disclosed. How can I say this without being vulnerable?
Please.
Who openly disclosed? Can we be candid? They openly disclose your sexual prowess.
I don't know what that means.
That you do know what that means. That means they openly spoke upon sexual interactions with you in a positive way. Right? And
No way, that doesn't make sense. There is no negative way.
for you, there's no negative way.
Damn right.
You think?
Damn right.
But somebody told
There
me
is no negative way.
that they, they don't understand it because it'd be lazy. Somebody told me that.
Yeah, I said that.
That you give the lazy D, so you don't understand.
You laziest. Yeah.
Well, by the reaction of some of the women that I have seen moving amongst us, if that's lazy D, the reaction to lazy D, then I would hate to see the reaction to if you really took your vitamins.
Right. Superhero Nate. Maybe.
So there's a superhero me.
What they be walking around in broad daylight with a pillow and mattress and flashlight
Look, ready to go to work and get a job.
in broad daylight.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what. I think people appreciate your honesty.
Time fuck. Why are you sitting back there quiet?
Look, I think he's nodding to everything. I'm gonna tell you what. I think women and men, well, a lot of women appreciate honesty. If you just gonna tell me what it is, then I can appreciate that. And don't assume that I'm gonna say no, because I might say yes.
No, true.
Oh, our studio audience said he's gonna tell the truth because to tell her he can't remember the lies. So because he can't remember the lies, he ain't even gonna try to tell a lie. I can appreciate that too. But on the flip side, it's a lot of women that lie too. It's a lot of women that lie.
No question about that.
And I don't understand the lie.
I didn't understand this shit either because it didn't make sense. None of it made sense. None of this chick lies made sense.
Well, you say if you're gonna lie, be a good lie.
But not for a reason. I mean, just the lies what it was telling just didn't make sense.
But I think if you're not in a committed relationship, then lying serves no purpose. Like the woman who says, I don't perform oral sex. I've never done that. Ew. I don't do that. And you be looking like, girl, please. But why tell that lie when most men are not even gonna deal with you because you saying you don't perform oral sex? Most men gonna be like, that's a prerequisite over here.
Yeah. You know what? We can stop it there because they don't even make that model anymore.
The model that doesn't do that.
Yeah, they don't make that model anymore. Like 86 Ford, like 86 Olds, they don't make them shits anymore. They don't make them anymore.
Well, I think there are some men who have said no, they don't deal in oral sex. They don't.
What?
And usually the women look at them like,
Who said that?
it's men who say that. I've heard men say that.
Fuck, I fuck with me. You don't need toilet paper, man. So go ahead with that shit. Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna tell you what. I think preference is preference, and I think the older you get, the harder it becomes. Even in and I don't want to say intimacy, even in sex. So here's the thing that is real. As you get older, your body is not always cooperative.
Shit.
So what do you do with the man who is dealing with ED, erectile dysfunction? What do you do with the man who you really like this man? And there are women in the audience.
You know what?
What happens when you meet a man that you really like, but he doesn't have the ability to perform?
You can get the pipe. For this kind of situation.
What do you do with that?
I don't know.
Can't do it.
Yeah, you say you can't do it. Do you have the willingness to work with that man? No? Why not? Well, what if you really like this man and he's hitting, checking all the boxes, but that last box is not being checked? Can't do it.
Then he ain't checking all the boxes.
I mean, but if you're checking all the other boxes except that, how much does sex play into a relationship?
A lot. A lot.
We talk about over 50%.
50, 70.
70% gotta be sex.
What? Listen, booty is more important than air. It's more important than water. There's nothing more important than booty. Booty make the world go round. Whole wars was fought over booty. Don't act like that shit ain't important. It is. It is. No.
So what happens when you're in a relationship if your woman gets in this accident and now she can't have sex?
What else is wrong?
That's the only issue. She has everything else, but now she can't have sex.
Did you got two baby? I know I'm asking. What else is wrong with her?
What if she paraplegic? What if she quadriplegic?
If she is, then how does that mean she can't have sex?
That means from the neck down, she's paralyzed.
Still, she can have sex.
No, you can have sex.
Hey, look, either we fucking or I'm fucking.
That's tough.
What you saying? How does that, if she is, how does that mean she can have sex? She can.
That's true.
She can.
Well, I'll tell you what.
She might not get no enjoyment out of it.
Wow.
What?
When she say she quadriplegic anyway, but it don't matter.
Like, I can't work miracles. I can only do what I can do when I can do it.
I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm
Well,
gonna leave that right there.
that's the truth. I'm speaking the truth.
Well, I tell you what, this has been a very interesting conversation. We are coming up upon our time. I have been smoking La Aroma de Cubas El Jefe, very good smoke. I purchased it from Mount Vernon Tobacco on Reed Street. Definitely go and support them. They have a great selection. They do go into boutiques, but they have a lot of traditional selection. I really enjoy it. And their customer service is wonderful. The personality down there is wonderful. You'll love it. So go and support. This cigar was very smooth. And I'm going to tell you what, I was looking for more of a kick. It's a larger gauge than what I'm used to. I'm a slow smoker. So, of course, I didn't make it to the third. I definitely got a lot of earthiness off of this. Really didn't get any pepper. I really don't care for black pepper. So I would have noticed that right out the gate. And I did not. Very, very good cigar. Definitely try it. Now, with the benchmark, I didn't go hard on the benchmark. I think the benchmark is a little rough for my palate. So not something that I would be putting on my bar at home, but it definitely gets the job done if you want to buy a bottle. How much does the benchmark usually go for?
Listen, benchmark is so inexpensive. I am not at liberty to say how much.
Definitely value bottle.
Oh, is it? It wasn't. Was
It's a
it?
value bottle to get the job done.
Put it like this. This should get that shit away.
So it's not something you would readily recommend. But if your coins is
No. Listen, the benchmark is not the best shit, but it's not the worst. And it definitely will do the job. However, I'll give y'all this tidbit on bourbons and whiskeys and shit. You know, like people like beat their chest over, over names and what they drink. Despite what you think, it's all the same shit. It all starts off as that. All of it. Every drop, every brand, all of it starts off as the same thing. The only thing that makes it different is where they store it in the warehouse and how long it stays in the barrel. That is the only thing that changes the taste of it. Outside of that, all of it starts off as the exact same thing.
So what say you about your Oliva small batch?
It was smooth. Wasn't a lot of pepper. I got earthy notes. Got some, I don't think of turmeric, maybe. Got a lot of oak. Got some woodiness. Maybe some little walnut notes in it. It was a very good smoke. It was a little larger ring gauge than I would go for, but I enjoyed it all. I would definitely buy this.
What's good? All right, so we are, of course, the 3/3. Our second third is not here with us tonight, and we definitely look forward to seeing him on the next podcast. You know, we always discuss cigars, sounds, and spirits with a little bit of life sprinkled on in there. We would definitely love for you to come smoke with us. Make sure you follow us on the 3/3. That is the word 3, the number 3, RDS. That is on every platform, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can see us every Thursday night at 7:30 for an hour, a little more, depending on how good the conversation is going. If you want to be a guest, definitely reach out to us at the 3thirds@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you follow. And we definitely hope to see you next week. Nate, you got anything for people?
Thanks for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Thank you, and we will see you next Thursday.